Hey guys, and welcome back to Building with Whip, and in similar fashion, we're starting this literally as the sun is going down. But yeah, the last few episodes we have spent working up and building up this mountain range, which I am so happy with. I especially love that part of it. I think it's looking really awesome over there. We got all these cool cliffs up here, and I think they complement each other very well. But what we're going to do today is we're actually going to be taking a break from the mountain range, and we're going to be working on this outside area right here. This is supposed to be like more of a farmland region for the Nordic people who are going to be living in this area. I wanted to have outside of their city gates more of these little this farmland region right out in front of here, because there's no point in this river being for like fishing or anything like that, or the lake here. I sorry about that. Fishing actually would work. Nothing else would really work here. Like we could have some boats, we could have like a little dock with a little fishing raft, but there's not enough reason out here to do anything else. And I feel like they wouldn't want the front of their city to be a forest. They'd chop all the trees down, so I figured, what the hell? Why not just turn it into some farmland? So I got a general idea for what I want these fields to be looking like, and like their wall design. It's gonna be something like this, like right there, and then we can go ahead and do something like you and get just this top one right here, and then replace that with right there, and this is actually supposed to be up one higher. So I want to go ahead and do this kind of like rolling design like this, where we just kind of have these pretty much everything spruce besides some trapdoors in here just every once in a while as extra support, really kind of bringing everything together, connecting everything up, and I think it could look pretty freaking cool in the end. So we can go ahead and do bam, and then on the tops of these we're just going to place some fences like that just to give it a little bit more character and a little bit more shape to it. But we can go ahead and just kind of ramble these along like this, get all these cool shapes going on, and I think it could be really fun to just kind of mess around with stuff like that. You can kind of see it's working its way up and coming back down, and we can just keep messing with it, moving this along the road here and turning these into some cool little fields. But the type of field that I want to do here is actually, I want to have these guys be, for one, I want them to be carrot farmers, and then their source of protein, I want to use pigs. So we're going to work on some cool pig sties and things like that as we eventually get up here and kind of get some more cool things built in here. But this is kind of the general style right here of what I want this to be looking like as it's really building up closer to the city. A lot of things like this. Now I was thinking about, like, say, I don't know, we could even just do it right in this area. But I want to go ahead and break these up and have these actually like tied into, say, we'll get rid of this guy right here. And this right here is actually like a big tree. So we have like another spruce tree, so we can still incorporate those guys into here. But we have like a big old spruce tree growing up out of this thing. So we go like, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we can do something like bam. And so that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. I was thinking that could be a cool height for it. Just something like that. All these crazy spruce trees kind of just dotted around in the field were ones where they like didn't chop them down, so we can still tell that it's still very much a part of the forest. And we're gonna have like the forest kind of over in that area, creeping up the mountain as well, and also down like through here. We're probably gonna have this area right here pretty heavily wooded, and then it'll open up into these farmlands. I haven't decided if we should put them on that side yet. I don't think we'll do this side yet today, but if you guys think we should throw some farmlands over there, let me know. That could be kind of a cool little like tiny strip, or we could just do a lot of brushes and just have this lower area near the water very much farmlandy. So the plan is basically to follow the road right here, and then our wooden wall is going to be kind of coming right directly along there. So I'm thinking we'll probably stop for now. We won't bring crops above that line over there, and then in the end we'll come back and merge them all in together. I think it could be pretty cool. Let me go ahead and get some carrots together and things like that, and I'll be back with you guys so we can start actually doing some building on this. All right, guys, welcome back. So we're back over here in the farmland. I got a bunch of carrots gathered up, and I got some other supplies and started doing a little planting. You can see we got quite a few carrots now. Our little AFK or half AFK crop grower thingy is really doing the trick here. It's really helping out a lot, I'll be honest. So I went ahead and threw in a few more locations for trees and things like that around the area. You can see we got a few different spruce trees like there, bam, bam, and I believe, yeah, right there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm gonna throw a bunch more over in that area and everything. But I figured this was pretty good for the farmland region. I've decided that over here is where we're gonna do the pig pens. We're gonna hold off on that until we get the wall built up, because I want it kind of leaning into the walls and things like that. So the wall, like I said, is gonna be coming through here. And the thing you guys probably have noticed already is I got this pathway built up here. It's looking pretty cool. So it kind of goes off in this direction. It's going to go up into the town right here. So I kept this very gravelly, then made this version over here much more covered in coarse dirt and things like that. So as it comes down to the water, we'll have like a little tiny dock or something right out here for somebody to do some fishing off or something like that. So this is looking pretty cool. I'm really happy with how this is going so far. I don't have any spruce wood logs on me right now. I've been kind of starting to grow out some carrots just to make sure that they actually grow without water, because I want to try and do that this time without adding too much water into the area, so we can actually kind of like have a natural looking field instead of water spots every 4 blocks. So that's the goal. We'll see if it works out. But beyond that, we're just basically going to be coming around here like this, doing a bunch of things like right here, just kind of making sure this kind of slopes along the end. I want this guy to come all the way down, and we'll have entrances to the field like down in this area, and then this guy's going to have an entrance to the field on this side right there, and this field is basically going to go all the way along here. We'll do a little wall from this rock over to there, and then it's basically just going to be a wall along the road right here and everything up into there and into the wall, into the fortress wall or the town wall itself. There's, I think I said wall like 30 times right there. But yeah, that's the plan so far. There's a lot of cool stuff we got going on. I'm really excited to kind of get moving forward with this. We probably need our axe, not a shovel. But yeah, so we got a lot of stuff to do. I'm basically going to go through right now and get this wall in on this side. Hey, look, another wall. We can go ahead and do something like bring down our trapdoors and kind of just adding in the little bits of detail here and there. Let's go ahead and do something like that. I like that the trapdoor just adds a little bit of extra height, a little bit of extra variation here and there without adding too much craziness to it, which I think is a really good touch, and we'll be able to take that and kind of expand on it and really bring it up to another level or something like that. I don't know. All right, guys, welcome back. So before I turn around, a few things have changed. We got the fences built up and things are looking pretty good. But I went ahead, first before we do that, I kind of planned out this area a little bit. So we're gonna have a lot of skinny trees over here, just kind of finishing off going across the bridge, because I don't want it to go across the bridge and then have like this thick forest over here just to end. But yeah, so we got that. I brought the fence all the way down here, and I decided to start incorporating a bunch of oak leaves into the fence. I felt like it was a really cool idea and made it feel a lot better. So we got the fence going all the way down there. It goes all the way through here and works its way down over to there. We got the big spruce tree built up. Like I said, I was going to try and finish that guy, and he's looking a little weird. Let me go ahead and grab some more spruce leaves right here. We got to fix up this little spot. Let's just go ahead and add one guy like that, and then we can go ahead and bring you out. And actually, let's go ahead and do that. That looks like a good way to fix it up. Little rinky dinky, but I think it'll do okay. Let's go ahead and bring you out too, right there. Or what if we did like that? Ooh-hoo-hoo. Okay, I like that. We'll leave that for now. But yeah, like I was saying, I brought out all these oak leaves, and I want to grab some here real fast and kind of show you guys what I was talking about. If I can find any. Oh, they're in my inventory. We're good to go. So that area right up there, we left this area blank right now, just kind of so I could show you guys how I was working. But it's basically just bringing them across here and making this wall look a little bit thicker and more like it's an actual wall instead of kind of this rinky-dinky little fence design we had going on. And I think the oak leaves really helped kind of bolster it up and thicken it up and make it look a lot better and really kind of fit in with the biome, because we're doing this heavy, dense forest. So obviously there'd be a lot of growth all over the place. That was kind of my goal with the fence design here, is kind of that it's holding back the growth a little bit and it's still kind of creeping in along the edges. But I think that's looking pretty cool. This guy's going all the way down over to here. I started working on the second fence. We're probably not going to touch that side too much today, because I want to go ahead and get the wall built up before we really touch that. So we have this guy right here. We'll get the little dock in here in a little bit. But I'm thinking for the entrance to these fields, it's literally just going to look like this. I figured it'd be kind of a cool idea just to leave it really open and just have some taller wood pillars, just kind of like where they had like a tree and it like chopped down or something like that. I don't know, just felt like it's a good way to do it. So what I think we're going to do now, since we got our fences in place, obviously we got to start planting some carrots. So I think we'll kick this off into time-lapse mode. Get this tree right here built up, because we got to build that guy before we build here, seeing as we fall off the tree so much. We'd have to replant a lot of carrots. So let me go ahead and kick this off into time-lapse mode, guys, and I will catch you on the other side of this here time-lapse. All right, guys, welcome back. So these carrots are gonna take freaking forever to grow up because they're not saturated, so they take a million times longer to grow. But that's okay, they'll just kind of grow in the background as we chill and build up the surrounding area. So we got that tree in right there, was already there, and we built up that guy too, and I think it's looking awesome. I did come back in and add in some podzol going around the base of these guys, and I think it's looking pretty freaking cool. So what I wanted to bring you guys in for now is we're gonna go ahead and kind of decorate up the edge of the water, kind of right down in this area. I really want to make it look like it was marshy and things like that are kind of growing in here. So we're going to have a lot of grass and ferns and things, and that's why I left a lot of these little grass patches in here just so we could add some extra growth and things and just make it kind of blended into the edge of the water so we can have some extra just life in here and variation. And I think variation is really going to be the key to this area, making it look interesting and things. So we can go ahead and do like a little one right up there. We can go ahead and bam, like that. And just kind of breaking everything up all over the place is really going to help us throughout here. So we can go ahead and do like this. And you guys can already see right here, it's really helping to bring in that water's edge to it. Sorry if you can hear a little crunching in the background. Coda's got a bone in his mouth and he's going to town on it. He is not giving that thing up at all. But yeah, so I think that little kind of stuff right there is going to really, really help us out. The white flowers might be a little too much though. I think that's a little too much color in there for what we're trying to accomplish. So I'm actually going to go ahead and take these guys out. We might as well go ahead and just add in a few more patches of these and just a little bit of grass things all over the place. Also, I hate that tiny variation right there. You can barely see the grass. So we're going to go ahead and just replace that with a fern. I want to come over here and we're going to build up this little dock guy right here. So the goal is going to be to keep it super, super simple and just a little 2-wide dock like this. Bring that guy up right there. And then literally just bring it out like this. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and what if we went out to 5? I just basically wanted to get to the point where it's 1 deeper in the water. And I think, oop, that's not what meant to go there. That was supposed to be a spruce log. And I was like, I think this would be a good way of doing it. Just kind of having this extra little deeper bit right down there. And keeping some things basic in the area is actually a good idea because it helps bring everything else together. I'm actually thinking we're going to go ahead and get rid of these guys and go ahead and just do slab and slab. And then right here on the water's edge, we'll go ahead and just do a little bit of work like this, trying to just help get in that extra little bit of stuff in there. And do we want to go ahead and bring those up? We want to probably go ahead and get some spruce fences so we can run back over there real fast. I'm thinking a spruce fence on top of each one of those guys will probably be a good way to do it. It's basically just supposed to be a little fishing dock so some local guy can run out there and do a little bit of fishing on it. I think it'd be pretty cool to have all that done in the end. And I think there's a siren going in the background. I think I'm hearing that. So sorry if you guys are going to be picking that up on your end. Hopefully it'll not be coming this way too close. We can go ahead and eat some extra carrots we got here. Yeah, so this is looking pretty cool. So what if we went bam, 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 and bam? Yeah, I think that works. Of course, the siren is coming this way. So let me go ahead and wait just a sec for that to go by. All right, siren is finally gone. It went by right next to the apartment, so it got super loud there for a few. But I love the look of this area so far. Imagine when all those carrots are grown up. Oh, it's going to look really, really cool. Especially from up here, though. I think from the top of these little bits, as we're kind of flying around, I was planning on landing down here. I need to go get some like one second rocket durations just so we can tour around things more easily instead of doing these wide loops. But yeah, up here, I think this is going to add a lot of extra detail. I think, though, what's really going to put this over the edge is once we get these trees built up. So you guys know what that means. It's time for another time lapse. So I will see you guys on the other side of this here time lapse. Today's commenter question of the day, guys, comes from Jared Martin, and he's asking, how do you go about coming up with new designs and block palettes for projects? So I'd like to start this off by saying I never actually keep a consistent design. We'll keep some consistent things going, like between a roof, like we'll have a similar roofing style or something like that. But I've never been the type of person who likes to say build with using, say, like we're gonna build this 5x7 house right here that I made a tutorial on a while ago. I'm never gonna be that type of person who does that. I just find that extremely boring. So I guess every single house I build, I have a few unique things that I want to keep in mind for building. But more than that, everything else is kind of coming up with on the spot. And I think for me, it helps come up with a lot more natural designs and things like that. I'm the type of person who will watch a tutorial video, just to get an idea of how they used a block in a certain way. And then I'll close the tutorial world, go into my own world, and see what I can come up with. And I think that's a great way for coming up with new things. Then, like, as far as the terrain goes here, you'll notice in everything we do, it's an odd number. Everything is always an odd number, no matter what we're doing. Whatever the bunches of trees are, there's 3s, there's 5s, there's 7s. It's always an odd number, and I think that really helps with making things more natural and really more cohesive. But anyways, that's all I got with you guys on this one today. Let me know if you have any more questions moving forwards, and I'd be happy to address those. So anyways, let's hop back into the world. All right, guys, welcome back. There's a loud car going by in the background, but that is totally fine. We are here to finish this episode off. I really hope you guys enjoyed the time lapses in today's episode. It was kind of fun messing around with those. I've been having a lot of fun messing around with just different ways of doing a time lapse. And I think it's been really, really cool. Let me know what you guys think about all those things and just kind of the different styles we've been adding here. You can see that I did come back in here and add a little bit more detail, a little bit more depth, mostly down throughout this region, right over to like along here. I went ahead and just threw in some bushes and plants and flowers and things like that, and actually brought in a few little buttons so we can have some rocks and things like that poking around the area. And I think it's starting to look really, really freaking cool. So we got all of this carrot plantation or carrot farm. It's not really a plantation. We got this carrot patch planted in here. There we go. We got all those guys finished up today, and I think it's looking really, really cool. I'm starting to fall into a rhythm with these spruce trees. I used to hate making them, but now I'm actually kind of looking forward to them. I have a lot of fun building up the spruce trees, and it's been really fun trying to mess with different styles of building those inside the time lapse as well. That being said, though, it's time to wrap this guy up because we got to get started on the next episode, where I want to go ahead and see how much of the stuff over here we can tackle down, because a few of you guys have been letting me know that we need to kind of pick up the pace and get some more mountains in here. So I'd love to actually give that a shot in the next episode. I think what we're going to try and do is finish that point going all the way up to there, get that ridgeline in, and maybe actually finish like that whole section. So like where that stone line goes up to the peak, I think it'd be really fun to try and finish out this whole section in here. I think that'd be a good goal for next episode, because it's not too massive. Like this, we did in a whole episode right there. We did like basically like all of that, kind of that whole thing. So I think it's about the same size as that. So I think that's a good area we can tackle for another episode. That'd be pretty fun. And then the one after that, we'll probably finish the other side. And then we're basically starting to move down that way, which would be really cool as we start to open up more building possibilities and things like that. As we're moving that way, we can come back in here and start texturing these guys up and things like that. I think it'd be cool to like finish the peak, then start working on the next one, start sketching that guy out and getting that thing built up, then come back in here and texture this up so we can have it looking pretty cool. I've decided I really want to try using concrete in here and terracottas. So let me know what you guys think some cool color palettes we can go with stuff for that would be, because I need some ideas here. I need some help out on this one, guys. Anything you guys can give me would be super helpful. But anyways, before this guy gets too long, thank you all so much for watching. Please hit that like button if you did enjoy, subscribe if you loved it, and I will catch you on the flip side.